Hello, and welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. Hang on for 1 second. Yes, we are recording. Alright, so I went and looked back at not the previous recording from the last episode, but the one before that, which was in April of 1939. Because, yeah, I did spend a year just clicking through turns, invading China and stuff like that. So, regarding Austria-Hungary, they did have a GDP of 1 trillion. I think the only thing now is that I'm blockading them, which has effectively cut their GDP in half. So I think that's the only thing. Their navy doesn't seem to be that much smaller, really. Other than it seems they have scrapped all their DDs and light cruisers. Presumably to build new ones. I did go and give all the AI nations some bigger shipyards. So hopefully that might help. Because if they, like me, suddenly had their shipbuilding capacity reduced by a lot, yeah, they will probably just get stuck trying to build way too many ships. Italy's building 200 for Italy. I don't think they're gonna be able to pull that off. Like, the United States seems to be the only nation that's kind of sane when it comes to building and maintaining a navy. Actually, the Soviet Union is getting back on their feet, it looks like. Yeah. So, let's see if we can get some engagements with the Austro-Hungarian Navy. Doesn't seem to be that big at the moment. It was, I know at some point in time they had a huge navy with more than 100 heavy cruisers, but that was, that has to be a couple years ago now, in-game. So they've probably scrapped a bunch. And yeah, I can see here the Austrians are building new ships. DDs and heavy cruisers. As are the Americans, they are scrapping old ones, not even that old, and building new ones. Not a bad thing, not a bad thing. As for research, we got the Mark V 16 now. Let's see, we got some leftover capacity. Maybe I can unsuspend a couple of repairs. Now we're getting these into service next month. New battlecruisers. Light ones, but still. See, I suspended one of the König Wilhelms and the Mackensen. Star class. Let's resume repair on that one. And this one can just stay suspended, I think, for a while. Until I figure out if I just want to scrap it or not. It is very old. This is the engagement I'm hoping for. Let's see if it happens. Finance is still okay. Once a bunch of this stuff is repaired, I need to go ahead and start refitting ships with the new Mark V 16s. Not the old Star class, because sadly those towers they have with a built-in barbette, those do not fit the Mark IV 16s, and I'm pretty certain they're not going to fit the Mark 5s either. So the question there is to just leave them as they are. I mean, they were given a refit with radar 2 and diesel engines before I got the Mark IV 16, so they're not completely outdated. They've got some good systems on them. But in terms of firepower, I think they're just gonna have to remain the way they are. Or it could possibly be refit with Mark V 15-inch. Submarines. So tedious, this summer. Okay, yes. That's the engagement I wanted. Let's see, Bismarck versus Monarch. And newly refitted Mark IV 16s, advanced triple turrets, so they only get a -5 instead of -15 on accuracy, and radar 2, and good stuff. Of course, we got the Victoria Louise class escorting them, and a bunch of DDs. I don't think the DDs are gonna do anything. I think I'm just gonna send them home at the start of the battle. Because I'm assuming the Austrian heavy cruisers have enough accuracy and radar and stuff like that to just blap my DDs out of the water before they even get into torpedo range. I still need to have them with me in my task force, because DDs are the only ship class that can clear minefields. And they're also got good anti-submarine weapons. Already scoring some hits. I gotta be careful because these Austrians have some pretty wicked torpedo range. Cruisers, you can just turn your guns off until they are needed. You're not going to do much at this kind of range. There we go. Scoring hits on the battleship already. I know I can outrange these guys. Yeah, I've got like an 18-kilometer range advantage over the enemy battleship. So we could just try and open up the distance. Get the battleship down. And then have the cruisers go more independent. And get closer to kill the enemy cruisers with long-range support from my battleships. It is time for thumbnail. Got some distortion going on, making it look like the barrels are kind of weird. Like that, I guess. Of course, Austria-Hungary is not much of a threat, really. At least not navally. I think the main challenge with Austria is just gonna be their land armies. whether or not my armies can take out them. And hopefully grab a bunch of their territory. To do that, I think I need to reduce their army logistics, which should be possible if I can just sink their ships. They're in like a spiral. Cute. Bismarck, you can actually start targeting some cruisers, while Tirpitz continue focusing on the enemy battleship. I don't know what's the purpose of this, I don't know, maneuver they're doing. Can it be called that? But that's just the AI being the AI. Now that enemy battleship in the previous battle, last episode, where I just had some heavy cruisers, it did do some decent damage against them. See, these got 16-kilometer torps. I know the Austrians have 2 cruiser classes. One of them with 16-kilometer torps. One of them with 20-something kilometer torps. But not all of them have been identified yet. Both of you just focus on the battleship for now. Then I just wait for identification. That's not the same task force as we fought last time. I don't think so. No, these are all the cruisers with 16-kilometer torps. Okay, that makes things a little bit easier. Yeah. The other cruiser class looked a little bit different. It looked more like modern heavy cruiser 1. Different kind of tower and only one funnel. And that was the one with the really long range torpedoes. Now it's 16-kilometer torps. I can get closer. And I'm not really too worried about the Monarch doing any kind of serious damage to my battleships. It can be quite mean to my cruisers. But not the battleship. I don't think it's gonna survive much. So we can get closer. And try to stay at a range of around 20 kilometers. Let's go down to cruising speed. At least with the battleships, and then my cruisers can probably get even closer because they are maneuverable enough to avoid torpedoes if they are targeted. Oh, did you just have a flash fire? Let's just sink it. Oh, you are trying to run away. Yeah, last battle I was the one running, but see, they're not so tough when picking on someone their own size. Well, actually, probably quite a bit bigger. Also, I got 2 battleships instead of just 1. 82,000 tons. Okay, we're the same weight, same size. But the Monarch, being an AI design, has just not enough gun to go with that hull. Okay, I'm getting the magical bonus now. 59% accuracy? Yeah. At 40 kilometers? So yeah, that has not been resolved with the latest patch. It's got the flooding under control. Just the fore and aft belts that have holes in them. It's got a lot of armor though. Pretty decent armor layout. And also 23 kilometer torps. Are you gonna sink soon? 2%, 1%. Yeah, there she goes. Monarch is down. Now my battleships can just go target whatever they want to target. Yeah, 23, those are some pretty large torpedoes at 16.2 kilometer. Not really something to take lightly. What kind of armor do you have? That's also very decent armor. It's only corrupt 4 for some reason. We got like the same speed, more or less. There we go. 1 target each. You can target the Aurora now. And turn a bit. You can go more like after the after my heavy cruisers. AP, please. I'm firing at 19 kilometers. That's not a lot of belt pen. Surprisingly, only 6.7 inches. Which is... I mean, I can detonate their deck torpedoes, but it's not enough to go through their fore and aft belts, even. With the armor quality that they have. Speed up a bit. Yeah, these guys have enough pen. Let's try and get a little bit closer. Uh, 16.2, it's the same range for their main guns and torpedoes. So if I start taking fire from their main guns, I know I'm in range of their torpedoes. It's a different class, huh? 16.8. 16.2. Okay, so they're not exactly the same class. I thought they were. See, now that we're a little bit closer, I'm starting to get those flooding hits. Okay, I kind of got sidetracked there and forgot about my battleships. That is very risky because they are now in torpedo range. Of the enemy cruisers. And they just launched. At least one of them. And I seriously skimped on torpedo protection for this class. Bismarck is in trouble. That one just diverted. This one is gonna hit. No, it missed. Guns off, conserve ammo. I'll bring my cruisers back here to deal with these two. I think the rest of them are just gonna run away. Yeah, 16-inch battleship guns seems to be the ticket for dealing with these heavy cruisers. I mean, even 10-inch guns, long ones too, not really cutting it at range. And because of the torpedoes zoning me out, I do have to kill them at range. Well, I have to kill them at range from my battleships. My cruisers can actually get closer because of their aforementioned maneuverability. Luckily, it seems like the enemy is running a bit low on torpedoes because they've been exploding. I think you just launched. So we're gonna maneuver. You still have some torpedoes for the deck launchers. Quite fast ones too, 52 knots. So that was those cruisers done. The rest of them ran away. But we got some of them and the battleship. So 3 cruisers sunk. 6 got away. Decent. That was actually a pretty big chunk of the Austrian cruiser flotilla. We're gonna keep fighting, my friend. Very light damage to the Bismarck. I think we're talking like scratched paint. Ansfelden. Versus 2 of the Beowulf class. Now, my wolves have not been refit with Mark IV. I'm thinking when I get the chance, they're gonna go straight to Mark V. Same with the Königs. DDs, just go home. I mean, even if they are the brand new Z39 class, which is a pretty nice boat, I would say. At least for the hull that it's built on. Still have kind of the issue with these humps, making it kind of hard to put stuff where you want it. But actually the Mark III 16 is not a bad gun. It's just not quite as good as the Mark IV. Okay, we're a bit close now. Yeah, we are within torpedo range. We're actually gonna do a turn now. Just assuming that it might have launched. It has not launched. So you want to open up the range because Graf Spee is getting did they just have a flash fire? Just getting burned a bit. By those HE shells. What kind of let's pause it. And again, strange AI thing. It's got coincidence 2 rangefinder, which if they've got radar, they've got the coincidence 5, which is what they should be using. HE shells cap ballistic, AP shells cap ballistic 2. Okay. Hull bottom triple. Increased ammo. Increased AP. Okay. More flash fires. So they're out of HE shells for the guns, and they're quickly running out of torpedoes as well. Am I getting the magical bonus? I am. 2000%. There we go. Hansa is firing too. Hansa is not getting the same bonus. And Ansfelden is gonna flood. Pretty sure. No, control. No, flood. There we go. There we go. Transport losses for the Austrians. Colonial conquest. Southern England. Oh yes, I do actually really want that. But 1.3 million tons. Almost. Do I currently have that kind of tonnage? I don't. I think I could scrape together 1 million tons if I wasn't busy fighting the Austrians. So that's gotta be a good no. Yeah, 0%. It's not going anywhere. Their army logistics is still at 100%. So that will have to go down first. Currently it is 1 battleship, 13 heavies, 1 light cruiser, 140 submarines. Let's send the König and Kompens out here. Is it possible for me to launch a naval invasion of Ukraine? I can. 500,000 tons. This is like 200 and change. Another 100. So 300,000. 400. Uh, 550. We can do this. We can do this. These ships will need to have DD escorts. Let's move these to Lee Haver. What do we have here? Bayerns and the Lennenkampf. And we also have the massive super battleships. They are sitting in Hamburg. Let's move these out to sea and select some escorts for them. Because this many submarines just sitting around. I'm gonna have to add these light cruisers as well. Light cruisers are decent for dealing with the subs. Actually, I'm gonna have these DDs join in with that task force. Two of these DDs join in with the battle cruisers, like so. All right. I think stuff is being organized. Actually, let's add a light cruiser as well for submarine defense. Of course, like with the latest battles, those DDs and probably light cruiser as well would just have to retreat at the start and let the battle cruisers do the work. They're just in the task force to protect it from submarines, like on the campaign map. Like, these invasions look like they are gonna work. Especially that one. I think the Chinese losses are just gonna pile on. Snowball is the word. How are we looking on shipyard? Still a little bit clogged. Yeah, in 2 months' time, we have a lot of stuff repaired. Okay, let's go to 1941. 9 years left of the campaign. Austrians built another battleship, the Planet. Even in the Mediterranean, the Chinese submarines are everywhere. Scotland, also over 1 million tons. Here we go. Another Klosterberg class heavy cruiser. Supported by some Greek DDs, Pandur and Hussar. I think they are of Austrian origin, given the names. I've got 2 Bulgarian DDs. Why is the ZP Bulgarian? It should be Persian. Anyway, they're my DDs. I know they're kind of good. Well, my designs. I did sell them, so they're not technically mine anymore. And Kaiserin Augusta is a Cormoran class. That is the oldest of my modern heavy cruisers. But I think she could do a 1v1 versus the Klosterberg, I think it was called. There are the 2 DDs. It'll be interesting to see what the Austrian DDs are like. Even though it's not really that relevant because they currently do not have any DDs. They scrapped the ones they had. Okay, let's see. Trying to get closer to, I don't know, focus on the DDs. Never mind the heavy cruiser. You're gonna shoot AP. I have decided. Swarms of torpedoes coming in. Holy torpedo spam. Did that take a... okay. So the 3351 no longer has torpedoes. That was a lucky hit. Detonating them. I think this DD is the Hussar. It's kind of old. Its torpedoes are on reload. Let's quickly throw my own torpedoes in the water towards the cruiser. Well, the 22 has torpedoes. No, it doesn't. None of them have. Never mind. And the 3351. Okay, that's some pretty accurate fire. What I was trying to do with the DDs was mainly just to kill the enemy DDs. But the cruiser just shifted focus and went after them. Probably not a bad choice. That's the Pandur class. Let's take a look at it. I have to pause to click them because they're so tiny. 6.3 kilometer torps. There you go, torpedoes from the cruiser. Come on, hit. How do I have a 30% damage instability when I've basically not taken any damage? Okay, we're over to AP because the HE ran out. Turrets, wake up. Target. Other side. There you go, they're turning. Torpedoes. That ship is soon run out of HE shells for the 6-inch guns. And I don't think the AP shells can do much to me. There we go, finally hitting some stuff. And get the secondaries on it too. Some flooding, I don't know if it's gonna stick. Yeah, I'm getting the magical bonus. Are they? Yeah. That's why I was taking so much damage. They had pretty much perfect accuracy. But now I have that too. So yeah, it's a little bit silly when it happens, but at least this time both sides are getting it. So we might make it yet. Yeah, the flooding is starting to stack up on the Minerva. So if I can just sink it, it would be much easier to deal with the DDs. Because I don't know why I was so worried about the DDs to begin with. Well, I know why. It was they weren't identified. But now I know they have kind of short-range torpedoes. Which could be easily avoided. But am I gonna run out of ammo? Come back here. Yeah, I have no more secondary guns because the crew is dead. I do have some secondary guns. My magical bonus went away. Now they're fixing the flooding. That's too bad. So, defeat because we lost the two DDs, but, well, they weren't mine. I can sell them some new ones. And in fact, I am. I think Bulgaria is buying quite a few of my latest Z39 class. Alright, so we're pushing in from two sides now. That's good. Yeah, Kaiserin Augusta in for repair. König Wilhelm, suspended repair. It's gonna take a long time. Moltke should be finished soon. TM. Not over capacity though. Let's see, are we getting anything very interesting very soon? Armor quality. We're getting that in 2 months. And what's this? Advanced towers. New ship parts available. Nah. don't look like we're getting anything there. It's gonna increase weight. Oh, that's useful actually. Transport capacity keeps going up. That is one chunky force. We're gonna send this into the Black Sea. There's one more force behind it. There we go. Oh, did they not want to... Let's see, how much crew is in this... force. So the two super battleships. Goeben and Star can probably find some kind of port. There you go, decent force. Let's send them into somewhere around here. All of these submarines. My god. 37%, 50%. This one is gonna succeed, I'm pretty sure. As is that one. Not this one. That is failing quite hard. Might work. Should we start a naval invasion of Guangzhou Wan? Might. We might. Guangzhou Wan, 100,000 tons. That's not even a lot. That's well over the limit. And with these guys pushing in and killing a lot of the defenders, it should go a bit easier. So far, no progress. But again, we could add a naval invasion to this. As soon as my super uber battleships arrive. And we're also invading here. That's... I got hopes for that. If I'm not mistaken, that's a ridiculously valuable province as well. I think that's Mark 5 12-inch guns that the United States just got, which I've had for quite a while now, but I've been continuously focusing on main guns They haven't. So even if I've been giving them a lot of technology, they're still behind me in that area. Submarine, 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 submarine. Okay, blockade ceased, but we are blockading them. Peace treaty, we're winning. I want to take Guangzhou Wan first. At least we're okay. I was about to say at least we're fighting Austrian submarines, not Chinese, but here we are. Okay, it's a battle. Adria class battlecruiser. It's Greek, but I think it's possibly I don't know, Adria. That could be Italian or Austrian. Like who built it? I mean, I see it's Greek owner, but Jagged class. I think that's the one with the really long-range torpedoes. And some Pandur class, also not Greek, Arabian. Moltke and von der Tann. Old boats, but refit not that long ago, 1936. Should have radar too, and either Mark 4 or 5 14-inch guns, so I think they're gonna work fine. Anyway, that's for the next episode. Goodbye and take care.